You're live. We're live. We have no more time to talk about your mic mix-up, Adam. No more time.
Okay.
No more time.
Can I say really quick?
Actually, we're going to wait for people to come in the room before we get started.
Well, before we get started,
yes,
I want to say that we have Judy and also Elaine and everyone who said they don't think that I'm capable of being good tonight because I said I'm going to be good.
Okay. Do you want to go ahead and address that? Because we had a lot of people last week was wondering where the after party was, and guys, let me tell you let me tell you two secrets. One, we're not drinking a lot, so the after parties are becoming more challenging, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, we're not drinking a lot anymore at all, actually. Two, for anyone who doesn't understand our banter, it could come off bitchy. How do you say it? Aggressive. So we,
my God,
we don't want people, because like our subscribers who we're with all the time and you know, our members, they all know. But anyway, we're waiting for people to come in the room. We're going to go ahead and start this. My camera just went, so while we do that, we will see you in 30. What's up, everyone? Welcome to our after party for Vanderpump Rules with me and
the
hidden ghost that we call Adam at this time of night.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, by the way, I'm so excited. I just wanted to say, well, Jason tells me I try to take over his show, so go ahead.
It's not my show, girl. This is not Anchor Watch. You can take over all you want. You can come on the camera. You can.
Well, one, I'm not a girl, and two.
No, not a girl.
Okay. No,
listen,
we're just playing. We're playing.
I'm so excited for tonight. Okay, so last week we had a really, 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 really great wine, which you guys won't see. So I've put it in the description below for this week. It's the Duckhorn Sauvignon Blanc. It's phenomenal. But I did want to recommend a rosé this week. So every week we do the after party. I'm going to recommend a bottle between $20 and $40 that you can take to a friend's house, a party, or kind of like whatever, you know. And I actually had a few people DM me and take the bottle of Belle Gloss. They bought a couple bottles and really enjoyed it. Yeah, Lisa's favorite Pinot. That was from episode or the recap 2, after party 2, right?
Yeah, that might have been the one. Oh yeah.
No. Yours was the one. That was the white wine. No white wine for Adam. Tonight we're doing a really fun rosé. Okay, this is like pool. Okay, so if I was going to James's house in Burbank with his pool, and we were doing a pool warming.
A pool warming.
How are you warming that pool with? Is everyone gonna pee in it?
You pee in it.
No, okay. Well, it's a pool warming party. I would take this rosé. It sits somewhere between the Vanderpump rosé and like Whispering Angel. Okay, this is Esprit Gassier. It's really good. Check it out in the description below. You can almost find it everywhere. I always try to find a wine that you guys can find anywhere. We're gonna start changing the price. It might change a little bit, but
it's a
really, really good.
Can I tell somebody?
Rosé.
It's a really good rosé about another thing that, guys. So we live on an island right now, and we live on this island until May. Oh yeah, it's so fancy. We're literally living our best Outer Banks Netflix dreams over here. Kind of, but not really. But where I wanted to go with this is I go to a gym and we're going to do a special giveaway coming up. But at this gym, I meet so many people, and I've learned that all of the housewives around here, how they get ready for summer is they stop drinking during the week. And I said, oh, that's great. I love that. And they're like, no, wait, we're not done. And I was like,
okay, so that means they drink all week. Is that what you're saying?
No, they only drink on the weekends.
Oh, okay.
But they drink CBD drinks during the week. So then they're all giddy. They're
California
laughing.
Sober.
And it's low calorie and they're not drinking. So they're not taking on the extra calories. So I was like, okay.
You know what? Maybe we'll recommend one of those. I'd love to try one. CBD is really good for the skin, by the way, too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold on. So we're already on episode 4, and I feel like it's been a lifetime that we've been watching Vanderpump Rules season 11.
I know,
but in a good way.
No, but Lala said on her podcast that she felt like it was off to a slow burn, and then Katie Maloney just said at the People's Choice Awards on Sunday that she also feels like it's a little bit of a slow burn.
Ooh, how do you guys feel about this?
I think it's kind of at a slow burn.
Okay, so okay, hold on. Don't kill me in the live chat though. Okay, all I said was it feels like we've been watching it for millennia, only because not a lot's happening, right? But the production value has completely changed.
Yes.
Who thought it could get better? It did get better.
It did.
It did way got better. So I feel like I'm
taking on like the life of the hills.
Yeah, it has that vibe.
Mm-hmm.
It has, oh my god. Yeah, when they like zoom into certain things and like they have that LA music, that
and
Hollywood
music.
And it's
a lot of Kardashian B-roll over LA.
Oh my god. So have you ever seen a 30-minute episode of the Kardashians? It lasts maybe 2.5 to 4 minutes
of
dialogue or any interaction, because the rest is just B-roll of LA. It's like, hey Chloe, hey Kim, and then it's like LA, wow, big cars, beautiful things, money. And then it's like, and then Kylie's like sitting on her throne and she's like, hey Kim, get me a salad. Like, it's so, I can't with the Kardashians, Adam. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's gotten better since it's been on Hulu.
Well, listen.
Okay.
Right. I feel like we're
not here to talk about.
We are digressing.
We're not here to talk about the Kardashians.
We're not here to talk about the Kardashians.
Or Larsa Pippen.
And also, I am a Swiftie for the Kardashians, if that makes any sense.
No, so, you'd be a. Oh, what would you be?
A Cardacucci.
Oh my god.
No.
Okay. No.
Wait,
There's no such thing.
I want to go through some points from tonight on tonight's episode and see what you think and what your take was on it, and see if we have different opinions. Because when Jason and I watched the show, we watched it in 2 different rooms. My mom's in town right now, so I watched it with her. Jason watched it upstairs, and I want to see if we agree or disagree.
Oh God. Okay.
So we
we're on an episode of Watch What Happens Live.
Oh yeah. No. So we start off obviously with James Kennedy hosting a pool party, but what I wanted to talk to you about was Ariana gets home with Katie. The next morning, they start talking about the fact that the Lyft driver who brought them home from See You Next Tuesday was the same Lyft driver as the night of Sandoval. Pre-produced or not pre-produced?
What's the point of telling that? Like, how is that? Does that?
You don't think somebody could storyboard that?
I mean, yes, you can storyboard it. You can whatever, but also it's very possible. We've had one Uber driver. Two.
Mm-hmm.
That was like the same in LA, because it's, LA is spread out. It's like over here is downtown, and then from there to Texas is like the airport. So it's like it's very, very far. Like it's very spread out. I feel like there's other pre-produced moments,
mm-hmm.
and I don't think that was one of them. I don't think there's any reason to make that a produced moment. I don't know what you guys feel though. I'm really curious. Some people are saying pre-produced.
All right, so over 200 in the room. My next question is: Lala and Sheena were invited to show up to Lisa Vanderpump's, and they show up in the bathing suits, getting ready for James and Allie's pool warming party. Now, as they show up, Lisa walks out with the flowers, because of course she is putting together her own flowers, and we love that about her. I love her. But
I used to do the flowers at Pump.
Yeah. And so did Rosalina?
Rosalina. Why is it Rosalina? Are you thinking of the Mario Kart character? Is that what you're thinking?
No.
The Mario Kart character doesn't work for Lisa.
First of all, that's not what I was thinking of. No, we had a woman named Rosalina who also worked for Lisa. Yeah, and she did flowers at Tom Tom.
Rocio.
No, there was Rocio, and I worked with her at Sir. There was another woman named Rosalina.
How does that happen? Do you ask for like a resume of like, does your name start with Rose? Because it needs to match Villa Rosa, Rosalina, or Rocio.
First of all, Lisa Vanderpump.
Maybe they're good at roses.
Lisa Vanderpump commits. Okay?
I mean, listen, Lisa's Vanderpump staff is on point, so that's fine. That's good. And I don't mean staff, because if she didn't have those people in place, actually, if we didn't have Rocio, Pump wouldn't even be running, or ran.
I know.
Or had run.
Even Sir.
It's in past tense. We're in past tense with Pump.
So
okay.
As Lisa sits down, Lala and Sheena, and she talks to them, Lisa ends up standing up for Sandoval, even though he literally just called Lala a narcissist to Sheena. And Lala compared Sandoval to Randall. And Sheena also had her own argument, kind of battling with the fact that yes, I feel bad. And if he's really having these deep, dark thoughts, I don't want him to feel alone in that. But Ariana has drawn her line in the sand saying, if any of us are friends with him, then she doesn't want to be friends with us. And I'm also friends with her. So what do I do? And Lisa said, don't be a follower.
Don't be a follower, which we've never seen from Sheena before. So we've never seen that.
What, her
we've
being
never
a follower?
seen her be a follower.
I was about to say,
I'm kidding.
No, I actually don't. I mean, we have seen her be a follower, but we've also seen her be very independent and on the outs.
I feel like it's whatever mood Sheena's in. You know, like if she's in the mood that she doesn't want, she'll like hang with the gang.
She does have that mood,
though,
where she will waver and go into the like. I'm not gonna sit there and fucking try to please any of you guys. She does have that. It's not always like Sheena doesn't just like go with whatever everybody says. You know,
right?
Because let me say something really quick. Until the past 2 seasons, watching Katie Maloney, I always felt like Katie was a part of a group, like she was a part of an ensemble. Whereas like you had certain standout people who would
she was
be
a
like
supreme to the Diana Ross. That's what she was. That's what Katie Maloney was.
But that's I'm not
anymore.
I'm not diminishing the character. I'm not saying she doesn't have like the like the main character energy. I'm saying that you had like a Stassi who was like a standout, and then you have Katie who like. Sometimes you would think that she would be going with everybody. In this season, we're seeing her stand out. I'm saying the same thing about
true.
Sheena.
Okay, true. Now I forgot your question.
Okay. I'm saying, what did you think when Lisa was trying to convince both of them to back off?
I don't know. I'm confused because I feel like everyone's in this Bermuda Triangle, right? You're either Tom, who's feeling some sort of way, you're Ariana, who's feeling some sort of way, or you're the friends in the middle who don't know what to do, and are being told what to do. And now Lisa's getting in there, and Brock brought up a really good point. He was like, now this is on you, right? To Sheena.
Yeah.
Like after that whole conversation, why is this being put on you? Like you already have enough. Like you just went through this whole process where Rachel / what are we calling her now? It's Rachel, right? I see comments all the time. If you call her Rachel, they're like, it's Raquel. If you say Raquel, it's she wants to be called Rachel now. Don't you get it? No, I don't.
You have somebody like Sheena too, who also refuses to call her Rachel because she's like,
and that's Raquel. Fine too. You know her as Raquel. I mean, like I know you as Adam sometimes, but like,
okay,
like, like, I feel like with this, like Sheena is in such a different position because because of what the situation that she was in with Rachel.
Yes.
The situation that she was in with her put her in a predicament as well.
Yes.
And we still don't know how.
But I do agree with Brock where I don't feel like this is not. I mean, I understand mental health, and I think that you're walking a fine line, but this is not the weight of the world should not be on Sheena and Lala's backs on this one.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's almost like I understand where they're coming from, though. I get it.
Lisa,
I understand.
Also, you have to kind of take yourself out of it for a second too, because Lisa also is looking at it from an EP perspective, where she's like, "If you guys flop sides, then we have a show."
And not saying that anything that happened to her brother, because that's a whole different situation. Which I kind of have to agree with Ariana later than that. Whole different situation, different barrel of problems. Not to say that anyone's need for mental health or how they're feeling is supposed to be neglected. I just feel like. It's a different situation.
Circumstances can be different.
Circumstances are different because you have Tom who's running around to every podcast, making money on every podcast, just like Sheena is, just like Lala is, so much that he started his own podcast. So, I mean, what are you trying to say? It's like everything you say, like you want to feel bad for him, but then like you're a hypocrite at the same time. And like this all started from you, Tom. And it's strange. It's strange. Do you guys feel that way?
Just to be clear, I'm going to play devil's advocate here. The show started on the back of the fact that Sheena did have an affair with Eddie Cibrian, who was Brandy's husband at the time. And she wore that scarlet letter the entire 10 season she was on.
Right.
And she was known as like the slutty one and this person who broke up a marriage. And she'll
the slutty one.
No, that's what they'll say. That's what she'll say to you. And it's really sad because if you know her, that's not true. But she'll say that she has had to wear this for like her entire reality TV career. And, for him to sit there and say, well, you're trying to monetize off of this. You guys built an entire franchise off of this.
100%.
So
100%.
And she just bought a $2.5 million house. So I'm saying, girl, go monetize.
I mean, they're all there for that. I mean, listen, we're squeezing a season out, right?
Yep.
Like I've said that Vanderpump Rules has been season of completion for forever. I'm like, where are we going with this? Now I find myself kind of in a, should I say, a kerfuffle, because we have season 11 off the back of Sandoval, but now I'm like not even thinking about Sandoval. I'm just watching the show automatically because of Sandoval, but I could probably do another season.
Yeah.
That's so weird, you know? And production has elevated because they have to. Now, you know, they advertise on Bravo. It's Vanderpump Rules. Bravo's #1 show returns. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Now they have to live up to it.
It's kind of like you would have expected them at this past BravoCon to have the same size,
It's not Beverly Hills.
the same size activation that Family Karma had at the year before, right?
Right.
Yeah, like a lounge.
Right.
Actually, that would have been smart.
Yes.
But
I mean, when you went to BravoCon, what was that? Not this past year.
Yeah.
What year was the?
Oh, 2022.
2022. What year are we now? 24. That's great. So, but 2022, you know, Family Karma, they were really pushing. They had a huge, like, maybe a third of the area for the entire BravoCon was dedicated to Family Karma.
Yeah.
We're not going to see that for the Valley.
It was okay. Okay. So wait.
Sorry.
Before I get into,
Have you seen those ads? Like, I feel like I'm watching the same ad for the Valley every week, and it just gets worse and worse. And I noticed something different that's just even worse than when I watched it the week before. You know, like this week I watched Kristen, who's phenomenally beautiful in real life, right? They made her look like a circus clown, and then then you have Brittany, who's like
asshole.
The matriarch of circus clowns in all her circus attire, and she's like, "Honey, get in here, mow the lawn," and it's like, no one's buying this. I don't get it. I don't get the Valley. I'm not sure if I'm excited for this. I'm not.
I forgot it was a
prove me wrong.
What Brittany was wearing? No, it was a sequin top with a skirt. It was a long skirt.
I said circus attire. That's circus attire.
Circus attire.
I think I even wore like something like that in the circus. I think I did.
What is that really popular prom dress? It starts with an S, I think. It's
the one that Heather wore to the season 1 of the Salt Lake City reunion.
Oh my god,
that was David's.
Somebody's gonna know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Anyways,
okay.
Is it acceptable for Tom to bring his third plant to the house?
Yes.
Okay.
Bring me plants. I love plants. Orchids, roses, all the other plants. Actually, your mom has brought us a few money trees, which we love because they grow and grow and grow and grow.
Okay. Now next, Billie Lee.
Oh my God.
They went to intimacy for a sea plunge. Now, Billie Lee, guys.
Can we wait? Stop for 2 seconds. There were so many cringe moments of this episode where I was like, oh, the entire scene with Billie Lee was cringeworthy. I don't even know. I just like, where did Billie Lee come back from? Where was she? Do we care? And now we see her, and it's just very awkward because he's sitting there getting into a bath, and he's like having all this huff and puff, and like, oh, and she's sitting there like, it's so awkward to watch, and the lighting is like weird. It's just weird. Like, what are we watching? This isn't authentic. Like, you know, and then like Billie Lee's reactions are like so overzealous. They're like, oh, Tom. It's like, what are you doing? You're playing for the camera because you think that's what you have to do. It's so weird. No, Billie Lee. No. Not made for this TV for sure. No.
Do you know?
No.
I think that.
Do you want some wine?
Sure. I think that for everybody, I said it was going to be good. I think that for everybody, it doesn't matter. It's not specific to anything but whether or not you're good TV. And I think that there are people who are really good TV, and I think that there are people who are not, and that is okay. We've said this 5
Yeah, no, it's okay. Listen.
Like Pump Sir and Tom. By the way, guys, you think that the cast is cool. The fucking actual employees were amazing.
So if you just put cameras in there, no one would have to produce it. You just, from start to end at any shift at Pump with those catty queens that I hired, were amazing. Like, you could really have a show.
Yeah.
We had everybody, by the way. You want to talk about diversity? Pump had it. We had everybody.
Also, though,
everybody, everything,
it looks like
that's the show that should have been
the way that
on
Billie
TV.
looks at Tom. just looks like there's like some sort of, it looks like either infatuation.
She looks like she's fangirling.
Fangirling.
It looks weird.
She looks like a yes woman where she will say yes to everything that he says. Like he's like,
say yes to the dress, honey.
He says, you know, like for Tom, he says like, you know, do I look good in this? And it could probably be the most ugly thing. And Billie Lee seems like the person who's going to be like,
you got
yes,
some people,
look amazing.
Especially when you're going through the situation, people have to have a yes man, right?
Yeah.
So you're like broken up, you feel depressed, and you need Billie Lee to be like, it looks so good, Tom. You're doing great. Good for you. Yes.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it feels like. It's cringe.
Okay, so now moving on, we end up getting to James's pool party, and James is funny because James is fully indulging in the CBD drinks, but not drinking. He is 3 months sober. Now he is jumping off his roof, and Jason and I were laughing because you guys know how like whether it's Jen Shaw or Teresa Giudice or like even the Girardis, people watch these shows and they see this like next level, you know, element of wealth, or they notice something. And the IRS got a lot of them. But for Jason was like, your homeowner's insurance is going to come after your ass. Like,
well, probably not, because it's already a done deal. They're probably not even paying attention.
Really?
I don't think so. The homeowner's insurance is like, what's Jason doing today? Is he jumping off the roof of his house into a pool? We need to charge him more. No, that's not how that works.
My dad got charged more when we lived in Loxahatchee, and it was because he put a trampoline.
Loxahatchee.
Yeah. He put a trampoline in
that
the
is
yard.
So different. And it was at above ground. Yeah, you have to. That's different.
You have to have insurance for a trampoline.
Yeah, because like it's not. I mean, how is that different than jumping off a roof of a house? I don't know, but
no, it's not.
It is. That is so.
I don't think that's different.
James is sober.
Would you have died though? Like he was going to run down and like his foot goes through the roof and it's just like fucking tumbles into the pool.
Oh, that'd be awful. Like we had.
It'd be terrible.
Yeah. I wouldn't even. Yeah.
So now from here, Lala ends up pulling Allie aside, and she wanted to talk to Allie about like, hey, listen, you know, one, the house is amazing, but two, James is on this sober journey. And how long has it been? She said it's been about 3 months. And Lala said, do you think it's okay, like if I talk to him? Because Allie said, listen, I know why he became sober, but that's not my story to tell, which I really like about Allie.
What I love about Allie, but it's just so coincidental. Like all this shit is happening like in the press, right? Like we had, you know, Jax, who allegedly broke up with Brittany right before the Valley, like happening next week or the week after, I don't know.
And then he just teased that the reunion needs security.
We don't even know these people. How do you need security? Maybe you need security personally. You know, I mean, I would need security if I was around Jax. I'd feel unsafe. But right?
No.
Yeah, I'd feel a little unsafe.
I mean, I got a cigarette in the face, so
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's move on. Let's move on.
Well, you're on the tangent. Finish your sentence.
I forgot what I was saying. Oh, it's so coincidental how everything happens in the press and then it's happening on the show. You know what I mean? We just had this whole thing come out, which we knew about for a long time.
Yeah.
You know, about August, this article that was coming out about James and being abusive, allegedly, and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden we're watching like Lala question the reason. And here I am thinking, oh my God, why are you asking Allie? My head went there. Like, why are you asking Allie that? Then we're reading about this, you know, and then Tamara and Teddy go off about it. And then Allie goes on Sheena's podcast the week before this episode comes out. I'm like, either something is like really strange here, like coincidental, or there's a lot of things in the works that we are not aware of. You know, it's crazy. It's really crazy.
I want to look up the MTV Movie Awards 2023 date because because if Teddy and Tamara would have said something to Lala before she filmed that scene, what you just said would make a shit ton. May 7th. It was on May 7th. Oh my God.
See, I'm there.
That is what happened.
Sometimes.
Tamara and Teddy probably reached out to Lala, heard about the MTV Movie Awards, but also you have to think.
I mean, we're guessing here, but it's pretty.
Also,
listen,
we've been on before. It have to be Tamara and Teddy because they all went to Tom Tom after. So if they all went to Tom Tom, then they talked to other friends. And that always gets back, especially during filming. She knew about that already. And that's why she asked her, Jason, you're good. Wow.
Good. I got a compliment. Oh my God. I feel like,
that was really good.
I got a compliment.
No, that was really good.
Ego boost is really nice. Now I know how Tom feels.
I mean, okay.
Yes.
Can we move on?
Yes.
Now
I need my own Billie. Are you my Billie Lee? Are you my hype man?
No, I'm not your hype man.
You're my Billie Lee.
I'm not your hype
That's when I start telling
man. I'm
people,
not
you're
your
my
hype
Billie
woman.
Lee.
I'm not your
I
hype
tell my
anything.
friends that.
Okay.
That scare them away.
Lala talks to Schwartz about sort of needing to chill out at this pool party, but she talks about how she
Wait, Lala talks to Schwartz about needing to chill out?
no, she's saying that she kind of needs to chill out because she
Oh.
realizes that she's really aggressive and she's always on the defense, and she's wanting to stop being that way because she said it's not conducive to a healthy lifestyle for her and her daughter, which is actually that is showing that we are evolving. And I think in order for the show to grow, they need to evolve.
Mm-hmm.
They have to. Even if they stop at like season 11, season 12, the evolving gives them an opportunity to have a spinoff in some capacity, or at least the chance to. So they can't just stay being an asshole, you know? And I think that's good.
I think it's good. They have to, right? That's what you live for. It's so funny because people are like, well, how can you do this or how can you do that? I'm like looking at them and no one is wrong in this episode, right? Because we saw Ariana who is setting boundaries. She's like, this is who I want around me. This is who I want to be my friends. If you're going to be this kind of friend, then you can't be my friend. So coming from Ariana's perspective, just really quickly, because I think everyone is going to change this season and it's going to change the course of the show. This is how I feel. Really, right? You're going to have Ariana, who I would be if I was in Ariana's situation. I'm drawing lines in the sand. Here you are. Katie has joined me. Thank you very much. The rest of you, no, because I have had a relationship. I did break up. My friends are like, I'm so sorry he did that to you. That's so awful. We know everything. We've known everything. We're not going to talk to him anymore. And then they go behind your back and like, they're the yes man. And they come back to you like, I don't know what's happening with him. Like he's crazy. And it's like, that shit pisses me off.
Yeah.
You know, so, and I'm not friends with those people anymore. I'm not, even though we had great friendships.
Yeah.
It's just like that's not honest to me. It's not real. So I understand where Ariana's coming from. And what does she have to fucking apologize for? Zero, zip, nada. Nothing. She's winning. She's booked. She's busy. And that's going to piss people off.
I think that that's fair too, that she's explaining you're mistaking my just like what I'm doing in my life as all of a sudden having a diva syndrome, which to be fair, this is a personal note and I don't mean to put your business out there, but you've had people within your friend groups and family and stuff who have felt like you were a diva because you were at the top of your game. And I think that is something
which is even not even the truth. Like it is what it is. But you see, like I told you last time, society has this great way of taking a victim and building that victim up and supporting them. And then all of a sudden when they are here and they're at their pinnacle, their point of just like everything, right? That you've built them up. Yes. Thank you so much. You love to tear them down. Like we see it time and time again, like with different performers and singers and everything. You build them up and then let's tear you down. So Ariana, let's put that in one part of the Bermuda Triangle because I'm going to explain the Bermuda Triangle. Okay. Mm-hmm. I would be an Ariana if I was that in situation. Now we have the Tom situation. Okay. Tom, who I really want to love on the show. I really do. I've always liked Tom Sandoval on the show.
Oh, Sandoval.
No, I'm not talking about Schwartz. He's not part of the Bermuda. Oh, he does fit in the Bermuda Triangle a little bit, but he's more on like Tom's side of the triangle, like stuck in the middle, right? Like halfway up his ass and then halfway, you know. Okay. So, like, you have Tom who could really win us back by like, I'm so sorry, this and that, but he's like looking for things and people to blame. He's blaming James for sleeping with Kristen on, and like, what the hell are we talking about? This is 10 years ago. This is a decade ago where people were different and people change and grow and evolve. So we're in a different situation. You own a house with your girlfriend. You've made plans for the future, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Different situation than Tom and Kristen. Okay. So he needs to take responsibility. Maybe I'm not there yet with Ariana. She could have a little bit of forgiveness, but this is 2 months after. Remember when this filmed? It's like 2 months after Sandoval.
Well, then 2 months after the reunion, which is still fresh.
The third part of the Bermuda Triangle, I'm going to call it the point because we have the two sides and now we have all this in the middle. Okay, right here, and in the middle is Sheena and Lala and Tom Schwartz ish and Katie. They're just like, well, Katie. I don't think she's not in the middle.
Yeah, she's.
I said she's been on the line of Ariana since the beginning, but all of these people who have history, you got to remember Sheena and Ariana and Tom worked at Villa Blanca before Sir was the thing. Like, you know what I mean? Before Pump was even thought about. It's a whole different ball
Right,
game.
and they have their own independent relationships.
Exactly. So this is where it could be kind of conflicting. And I'm trying, because I've been in Ariana's position. And to me, like, if you're going to go off and be friends with my ex and come back to me and pretend to be my friend, and you know what I mean? Like, it's not kosher.
It's not going to be good.
No, it's not good. So I don't know, but it is a rough position to be in if you're in that middle part of the point.
I mean, you actually
Bermuda
just
Triangle.
put it into perspective for me a little bit differently, because at first I was thinking, no, Ariana is absolutely right. But then when you think about it like that and you talk about 14 years of history with a person and they made a 7-month fuck up against one of your other friends, you really kind of, you think about it, you're like, yes, they messed up. Their whole life has been completely ripped apart. This other person is winning. And I think that two things can be right at the same time, meaning that I think that, yes, he can admit to being a fuck up. Yes, she can be winning, but also Sheena can be understanding and still be a friend of both.
100%.
And so can Tom Schwartz.
I think with time too. It's time. Who said that during this episode? I always say this. Time heals everything.
That was me.
No, you didn't say that. It was on the television. Like, someone said that on the TV.
Oh, I thought I was on the TV.
Why am I calling it the TV like I'm old? The television. It was on the picture. It was moving.
Okay. All right. So,
Lord have mercy.
Moving on from that. What did you think about James going over to Lala's house to talk about his sober journey and what he said?
Produced.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah, very like, Lala.
Do you think that he's going to be...
Why are you sober? I was like,
Do you think
because it had to play off the pool party. It has to play off with everything going on
Do you think
right
that
now.
He's going to be sober for the rest of his life, though?
No.
Is he sober now? Watching.
I can't take that away from him. I don't know, but probably not. Just because the last time you went sober, you did it for someone else. But what made you go back to drinking, and then what made you do it this time? It's for yourself. But what I'm actually maybe it's not a produced moment. Now I'm curious. Let's ask him.
Yeah, don't be so quick.
Yeah, I'm not going to be so quick.
Yeah,
but I don't know. You're a DJ.
You've
lived in West Hollywood since you were out of the UK at what 17 or whatever. I don't know. Like, you've worked there a long time. You've been there for a long time.
Hills High School.
James?
Yeah.
Oh, hello, darling.
Yeah.
You still have your accent. Hello.
Hello.
Beverly Hills High School.
Yeah.
Who goes there anymore? Not.
Okay.
What were their names? Kelly and Dylan and
I don't know.
90210. You don't. No, you don't know. Oh, you knew a different 90210. Not the one I'm talking about.
All right. What did you think about Tom Schwartz when he had Joe over at his house and he ends up inviting Tom Sandoval?
I like Joe.
I
think it's weird. And she's very like.
I think that she's kind of like a hippie. Like she's.
How do you know she's a hippie?
She's like a gypsy hippie. I don't mean that in a bad way. She's just very free flowing and just kind of like she's like one of the guys. What?
I was gonna say something, but it wouldn't have been appropriate. Yeah, she is. She is one of the guys. It seems. I don't know. I'd like to see her more on the show. I think she might be a good energy for the group, but I don't know how that would happen. But
right. Well, Kristen Doty, what is wrong with you? Is that your little wine glass that's like making you giddy?
Yeah, and I have a whole live after this.
Oh, okay.
God, you always do this to me.
All right. Now,
Chelsea Anthony says Joe is a friend of mine, and she is a lovely, lovely, lovely
That's
soul.
what I was thinking. I think that
I could see that. I didn't say anything.
No,
you're over here, gypsy hippie or whatever the hell you're talking about.
I don't mean gypsy hippie in a bad way.
What is a gypsy? Tell me what a gypsy is, please.
A gypsy is one of those like Gypsy Rose.
No. No.
Like you're a rose at the same time you're a gypsy.
Wait, what was you're a rose?
Every rose has its thorn.
Everyone's coming up.
No.
I don't know. We're done. We're done. Okay.
All right.
Do we like Joe?
I think that gypsy hippie Rose, I think that I actually do like her because I feel like she's just normal and go with the flow. And just like, she reminds me of our California friends. Like when we hung out with like Mia.
So the gypsy hippie reminds us of our California friends.
Yeah, like Mia and Jordan.
Going down
and Claire. And like everybody was just like free free falling. Like life was
you're free falling with this description.
Life,
now we don't have those friends. So it just keeps going down the drain.
Life was just like
I don't think she's a hippie. I'm a tipsy gypsy. I can tell you that. I don't think she's a gypsy, a hippie gypsy, a gypsy hippie.
Hipsy Gypsy Rose.
Hipsy Gypsy Rose.
And so listen.
Everything's slurring up roses.
If you go based off of what has been said about her, though, the thing is the power of the fact that Kristen Doty had this platform for a long time before she got fired. Now she's on a new show. And, you know, Katie Maloney has this platform, and they both called her a stalker, psycho, a user. They said that they waited for the moment that she was getting a divorce from Tom Schwartz to pounce on that opportunity and come stay at his house.
Yikes.
And that she was best friends with Kristen Doty till she saw an opportunity to get on the show. So right now we haven't heard great things about her. I'm curious to see, because I do know that she ends up sitting down with Lala later this season, and they have a one-on-one because the paparazzi caught it and put it on Backward and TMZ. So we're going to see more of her, and I want to see it.
Right.
Did I just like overwhelm you with that?
Yeah, and you took the rest of my rosé.
Oh, sorry.
That's so rude.
Okay, now what did you think about Tori talking to Brock and little baby Summer Moon? Tori is the nanny.
Not her name.
Who? Tori.
No, she looks like our friend Tori.
No, her name is Tori.
Her name is Tori too?
Yes, you said this last time.
Oh, and they have the pink in their hair?
Oh my God, guys, we just found out that we have two friends. And the dad is not the dad to the kids of the friends. And I told Jason the other night, but he loved, like,
that sounds scandalous. It's not like that.
No, it's not like that. We just met these people, and we thought that they had been the whole family.
Yeah.
Like, in that they were the same mom, same dad, same kids. And we found out that the three kids belonged to the mom, which was nothing like amazing. You know, we just didn't know. So when I told Jason just died, and he was like, no. They look just like the dad. So, okay, I'm wrapping it up. But I'm saying even the same thing. Fuck, I don't know what I was talking about.
Yeah, stop drinking my wine.
Oh, sorry. Here, you're right.
God.
Okay, so Tori ends up coming over.
What the hell does that have to do with Tori?
I don't know.
What is that?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I went on a tangent. Guys, 450 in the room. Tori comes over to watch the kid, Summer Moon. And when she does, Courtney also comes over. Tori is related as a friend to Courtney and Sheena.
So bad. What is the question? We know what happened. We just watched the damn episode. What's the question? What about Tori? What did you think about Tori? What, coming over and like giving Sheena some space to go out with Brock because Sheena's like still in this post whatever partum depression or whatever she's under, right? Isn't she under something like that? I mean, because that's what I see. Like, if I just had a kid.
Well, but you can't say postpartum pressure.
Well, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, a lot of women go through postpartum.
But make sure, okay,
you know, and she has a lot of
the octave of it. It's postpartum OCD.
Postpartum OCD. Well, I have OCD that works the same way, so I understand how she feels. Like, honestly, I don't know. It sounds cool that I would be comfortable in, like, letting like a friend or a nanny like watch my kid. I'd be like, yeah, that'd be fine. Yeah, sure, no problem. But like my OCD brain, which works different than yours, because like everything has to be clean before bed. Everything has to be this way or folded this way. So if I added a kid to the mix, would I have to be like,
yes,
you know what I mean?
And that's the difference is your OCD is like you cleaning up and making sure everything's perfect and clean lines and everything.
It's a thing.
But her OCD though is like taking care of a life and always worrying about something.
That's what I said. It's very similar. But it's like, no, I know. I'm just saying if I had a kid and I added it into my OCD without being, I can have the kid, but if I had a kid, like it would add a lot of like.
You'd make us a lot of money. You'd be like that stingray that right now is pregnant. And it's been in a tank for 8 years with 4 sharks. And they don't know if she got herself pregnant or if one of the sharks got her pregnant.
Interesting.
So we don't know if we're getting a shark ray or a stingray.
Is there a question that went with that?
No. Okay.
I would prefer, the stingray stung herself.
Now, Sheena and Brock end up meeting up with James and Allie, and they talk about the Lake Tahoe trip. But Allie's nervous because she thinks that going there with Tom Sandoval, she's going to fall for his bullshit. I think she's very smart and intuitive.
Who?
Allie.
Oh, she is. She does cards and shit.
What did you also, by the way, to end us off?
Can I tell you 2 things?
Yeah, 2.
I want to say that Allie has impressed me this season, but more importantly, this episode.
She don't impress me much.
Da-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na. We're gonna no. Oh no, it went left. It went left. Sorry. Maybe it was I started. She's really impressed me, and I feel like she's like finding her own footing on the show. She has her own opinions. And for her to say, like, listen, Tom's always been very nice to me and welcoming, that was like kind of shocker. You know?
But at least she's honest about it.
She's honest.
Yeah.
She's honest. She's good. I like her. I do want to talk about that. Christopher says, Jason, can you sing? Sometimes. I did start on the B way. Okay, Shania Twain. Okay, so you know what I mean? Like, she's found her own footing. Okay, Tom did this interview, which is crazy. Can we just talk about that really quick? I saw it a little bit earlier in the live chat, but Tom did this interview earlier with who? New York Times?
Yeah. Do you want me to bring up?
Can you just quote something that he said?
Can I just give you a few quotes from our friends?
And I understand. Well, no, I want to say I understand where he's coming from, but I really don't.
No, hold on. Here's a few of the quotes right here from.
That's crazy.
I'm going to bring them up right now. Yeah.
From it's our like friends, this is why we can't take you seriously, Tom.
So I'm going to press play and then stop in between. Okay. So go ahead and read the first and then tell me when to play.
Okay, it's the first time I've oh God, I don't want to read this shit. It's his quotes. Here, yeah. I'll read it. Okay. It's the first, okay, quote, Tom Sandoval. It's the first time I've ever been single as a celebrity. I hate when celebrities call themselves celebrities. Shut up. I'm a favorite celebrity.
No, I'm not. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
I'm not saying I'm a favorite celebrity, but still just, sorry, the play button's over it. Still just having some notoriety and being single. It's a cool muscle to flex.
Douche. Next.
What is the next one? You can't click through. Sandoval on Ariana. It took her a while to be spiteful about the house.
To not be spiteful.
I can't read tonight. We didn't decide to do this until now. So you're putting lines in front of me that I have to memorize.
Sandoval on Rachel. She never even gave me any closure. It was really hard. It still messes with me.
You didn't give Raquel or
Sandoval on the hate. I feel like I got bitch. Sandoval on fuck, no words for this. I'm not a pop culture historian really, but I witnessed the O.J. Simpson thing and George Floyd and all of these big things, which is really weird to compare this to that, I think. But do you think in a weird way it's a little bit the same?
No, that's why you thought it was a little weird while saying it. It sounds ridiculous. That sounds ridiculous.
He ate
like you just lost.
That was stupid.
You're like, what are you comparing yourself to? Mm-hmm. You're on reality TV. You've been on the show for a decade where it's about partying, cheating, being crazy. Like this is Vanderpump Rules. Like, sorry, that's what it became anyway. You know, like this is Vanderpump Rules, right? Yep. So now it's like you can't compare yourself to O.J. Simpson and George. Like, get the hell out of here. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Well.
It's crazy.
LF Edits wants to know, what did you think about the whole James and Graham situation?
What do you mean? What did I think about it?
Okay, well, I have a few questions.
I mean, I feel like I don't know where James is, and I know like of the whole Graham story. And we know where Graham is now and stuff. But yeah, it's like, shouldn't Lisa have just asked if that was okay, like with Allie and the cats and stuff like that?
Don't you think she did already?
No. Do you think she did?
Or do you think that she would rather not ask ahead of time and then try to? She probably also knows James and knows that James was the original owner. So she doesn't. It's like you can bypass certain professional protocols. Like when you would normally adopt a dog out, you don't have to check all of those boxes. You know, you already know.
Right. So, I get that.
So maybe this was more of a surprise because that surprise would be worth more for ratings as shock value.
I don't know.
On the show.
Yeah, I don't know. To be honest, like I'm questioning a few scenes just this episode that I feel are heavily produced of like, we need to be here and do that to move forward. Whether moving forward will be less produced, I don't know, but it does seem like there are very few scenes or a few specific scenes this episode which felt a little pre-produced, which like,
you know what you also pointed out too, though, which I thought was interesting, was Rachel not picking a side here, but just watching what we watched. She said that the reason that Graham was so aggressive was because James used to kick him and push him and like pull on him and all of these things. And you said That's not the behavior that he just showed of a dog.
And it
that's
could
been
be editing.
traumatized
Remember,
by-
because that's what you told me. You're like, well, it could be editing.
Yeah.
But here's my experience with that. We have a dog that we adopted at 1.5 years, and he was heavily abused.
Yeah.
He was thrown down the stairs. He hated stairs. He was beat by a broom. Even to this day, right? It took him like a whole year to
When my mom picks up her purse, he gets scared.
Right. So like even to this day, like I was gonna say, but like he got to know our other 3 animals really well, and now he bonded with them. But it took him like a year to bond with us.
Mm-hmm.
And if I went to go grab the broom or the little Swiffer or whatever,
he'd
years later, freak out, and he would still do that today.
Yeah.
So if and that was like when we got him, and when we got Theo, he was 1.5 years. So like if James is picking up Graham, and Graham is like familiar with James and this abuse as an abuser, you would see something from it, and it just didn't feel like that to me unless it was edited out or something. I don't know. But also, like, why would Lisa give back a dog that she didn't feel comfortable to?
To be fair though, then you're gonna have somebody in, like I just did Kristen Doty's podcast, but then you can have her come on and say after Sheena's wedding, me and James got into a fight, and you saw where in one of her biggest, aggravations is watching the show at the time where she slapped James, but she claims that Bravo and producers edited out the fact that James allegedly shoved her into a bush.
Yeah.
So if they are protecting him in the sense where Kristen and Rachel and Bethany Frankel and all of these people are claiming they are, well, then why would you not protect him in this matter? Like the
matter of like the dog.
And why would you not make him look more relatable and lovable and appealing to the audience with the dog? That's tugging at somebody's heart. They say that on Shark Tank, that babies and dogs make the most money because that tugs at your heartstrings.
Well, I hope you're wrong.
No, I'm not saying that I believe that.
Well, I'm just saying I hope people are wrong, because then this is going to come back on a whole bunch of people.
Right.
Which makes me think like what's if Lisa knew that James was a potential abuser of a person or a dog, and now she's giving this dog back to this potential abuser, right? It would make her look bad. So I don't think.
But that's why we know Lisa personally, and I know that Lisa, if she ever thought he was an abuser, she would not have done that.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
It would come back really bad on her.
Absolutely.
And I'm not taking that away from anybody else, because I feel like in different relationships, there's different things that happen, right?
Absolutely.
So like, I don't know what Allie was alluding to earlier when she was talking to Lala about like, oh, I can't tell you why, but ask James. Like, well, then was there a reason that something happened with you that Tamara and Teddy are trying to like make so profound? Or
I think that you never want to take away from somebody who has a story of abuse, or like for somebody who's crying out saying that, and I don't mean crying out like condescending negative way, but somebody who is crying out for help, who is claiming that they're having dark thoughts. You never want to dismiss any of that. And I truly believe that, but I wasn't saying that I believe the things.
No, I know what you're saying. Other people will come up with that. They'll come up with that. But I don't think like Lisa would be that,
naive.
Yeah.
She's not.
We know.
Right.
I'm just saying. Yeah.
So back off my LVP. I'm just kidding.
You're cool.
But okay. Jason, what else do we have going on tonight?
Tonight in about 50 minutes, we're going live for Anchor Watch to recap the 3rd episode of Below Deck, which I'm super excited about. Every Tuesday night, we take over Up and Adam's channel 1, the real channel, not here where you're watching me tipsy talk about Vanderpump Rules. We're going to go over and talk about some Below Deck and lots of things.
And it's also pinned in the live chat. So if you guys see it right now, there's only 10 likes, guys, but there's 470 of you. So I'm sharing the screen with you.
We have such a great,
click on it.
We've had a great crew like in the past few weeks, but this is like a new cast.
Yeah.
This is a new captain, and we're getting used to them. And I feel like we're just getting into the episode, the season now.
I low key feel like, actually high key, I feel like Frasier's a little tough on Barbie.
I don't agree with you.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I don't agree with you, but I'll ask tonight.
Can you invite me to the table tonight?
Do you want to come to the table tonight? People would love that.
No.
You want to recap Below Deck, Adam?
I'm gonna watch.
He's like, I don't watch Below Deck, and then every Monday night we're watching it together, right?
That's not. First of all, I never say that. I always say I don't watch Sailing Yacht. I watch all of the other ones.
Oh.
I don't like Sailing Yacht.
Why do you not like Sailing Yacht?
Because I'm not impressed by that don't impress me much.
God bless
Got the head, got the touch.
America.
Am I cut off?
Yeah, it's time to go.
Okay. All right, guys. No, but seriously, also just a few little heads ups really quick. We were supposed to go out of town this past weekend, which we did briefly for the day, but we are going back out of town this weekend coming up. I'm going to keep you posted on Hot Messy. Tomorrow, I'm going to do a pre-recorded Vanderpump Rules recap with more photos and everything, kind of going over everything after I talk to a few people tonight who are over in LA as we speak. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And then definitely keep an eye out on the community tab for all of the polls. We're also doing a giveaway on our podcast. So we're almost there. We're at 1.1 thousand ratings. So all you have to do.
You're talking like this and there's no like anything. It's just a monotone kind of voice.
That is my voice.
No, it's not.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There we go. Oh my gosh, there's some character in the voice. You put some oomph into your.
Then you fucking finish it.
Well, I don't know what you were talking about.
I'm just kidding, guys. No, so all you have to do is go to anywhere you get your podcast, click on Up and Adam, and then when you do, just let us know what you think.
No,
about
yeah, just leave us a review.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, leave us a rating, but let us know what you think.
A rating, a review, or whatever it is. Just because you can go in there and change it anytime. But right now we're doing this giveaway. We're doing a few giveaways coming up this month. So it's exciting. The
giveaway is worth almost $1,000, and it's my favorite gift ever, which is Rose Forever. So get ready for it. And Jason, I'm going to give you the next 45 minutes because you're getting ready for Anchor Watch at 11 p.m. So guys, we will see you on Up and Adam, the main channel.
We will see you on the main channel, guys. Have a good night. Let us know below what you think about this. I'm going to come back in the comments too. Let us know what you thought about this episode of Vanderpump Rules. I wonder if we are just on a whole new. I don't think they're going to need the Valley. I know we're going. I know. I don't think they're going to need the Valley after this season.
Maybe not.
I really don't. I think the Valley is a playoff of Sandoval, right?
Well, they better bring it because
instead of bringing Kristen,
Max Boyne said it was bad. And he filmed it.
And he filmed it. Yeah. Oh.
Wait, Harlow's snoring.
Harlow is snoring. She's sleeping in the back. There's our little dog down there. One of them. She's snoring. She's loud. No, but what I was going to say, I don't know if we're going to need the Valley after this season. If this continues, like, why do we need... They
are the Valley.
They are the Valley. That's what I was going to say. They are the Valley. Does it go into the Valley? Do we leave Vanderpump Rules here? And then just go into the Valley? No. Is it what Jax produced?
And Lisa's tired. She's not going to do another Vanderpump Rules with the new restaurant.
I don't think she's going to do another Vanderpump Rules. I think she's going to do another not Bravo show.
Can I say too,
just like Villa? It's just going to...
You know what? Another thing really too before we go is...
Another thing really too before we go.
When I worked at Sir...
Sir.
That's not how I'm talking.
Yeah, you said that.
Everybody
you said that.
Everybody looked like they were from like a model casting when I worked at Sir. And then at Tom Tom, they literally did cast for Tom Tom and Pump through Wilhelmina and LA Models and stuff. So everybody was just like super, they looked like they were about to film a TV show. And I just went there. And, you know, things have changed, especially after the pandemic and everything. And you need people to work, and the aesthetic and things are just like, they look different. You have a lot of people who don't know what they're doing because you just need somebody to fill the spot. Which before, if you didn't know how to flip a bottle 5 times up in the air and then catch it behind your back, like that was the standard.
Yeah.
And things have
For
changed.
Who was that the standard of? Who's flipping a bottle at Sir? Like, no.
Elaine said Jason just snorted. Yeah. Stop.
All right, guys.
Okay.
Have a good night. Meet us on Anchor Watch at 11 p.m. ET if you guys are around, and leave us comments below on what you think about this episode and this season, and if we're going to see a 12th, 13th season.
Good night, Elaine.
Maybe it's going to be Lucky 13.
Okay, we're done.
All right. Good night, guys.
Good night, guys.